the Doomsday Clock. A tool used to predict when the end of humanity comes. Or if you want a less depressing name, you can call it the Nuclear Armageddon. I personally think that's more badass. It all started with a woman named Martel Lansdorf. Yeah, back in 1947. She made a doomsday clock. She said that when the clock hits midnight, boom. Eventually, scientists made the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, which monitored and moved the doomsday clock appropriately. The clock is a little funny because it's never really affected by real time, nor does it predict actual time. It's like one of those wildfire danger gauges. You know, if the needle's red, no one can have a fire because the ground's too dry. But if it's green, everyone in the campground can have a fire. The furthest it's ever been from midnight was in 1991, the end of the Cold War. The one with the red and blue, communism versus capitalism. During the Cold War, it was 3 minutes. That is another thing about the clock. War. More specifically, nuclear war threats. It brings it closer to midnight. Like in 1949, the Soviet Union was doing nuclear testing, so the doomsday clock was at 3 minutes. Or when the US retaliated and started developing the hydrogen bomb in 1953, causing the scientists to move the clock back to 2 minutes. Fortunately, the nuclear tests stopped in 1963 because the Soviet Union and the US decided to end the atmospheric nuclear testing. So obviously the doomsday clock didn't measure any doomsday arriving, making it all the way to 12 minutes. Certainly not as good as 17 minutes, but hey, as long as it's 2.5 minutes like it is right now, right? To be honest, all of us should have seen it coming. The climate change, the cybersecurity, nuclear weapons, all of it. Even the reckless language used by the US before and after the election. It stirred up trouble. Donald Trump being the center of attention of it all. No one stopped him. He just kept flashing all of his Trump cards to the enemy. Which of course scared his enemies, causing the clock to move 2.5 minutes to midnight. So now we are here, at the end of humanity. Or if you want a less depressing name, call it Nuclear Armageddon.